why this temple is moldy and disgusting and slimy and very humid in here. Just it's got a really bad stink to it as well. So that's why, because of the mold, basically.
Okay.
Lots of mold everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here
Well-
for the plates and what else?
Oh, okay, so
Uh,
you guys want to?
I was actually going to bring that up,
Yeah, the all of
and
the.
I was going to say,
Go ahead.
I was going to bring up the fact that we're looking for something that depicts your tribe's history, because we have actually met with some of your descendants who were interested in recovering their history, and it seems you are related to them.
You lost me on that. The dwarves are related to these
He's
villages.
talking
No,
to the.
I'm talking about the other villagers, and the other
Oh,
villages. we've
yes.
been to.
Okay, yes. Oh, so you tell them that you know of other villagers as well that are living in the area. Some
Well,
little ways
yeah,
away,
outside of the
but,
island,
yeah,
yeah.
outside of the island, yeah,
Far,
the peninsula.
far to the south.
Yeah.
Far to the south.
Well, they had,
And
it's like they had said previously. They knew that there were ancestors, because when the actual takeover happened centuries ago, they were split up, and some were inside the temple still, and they were actually forced out through just throughout, and so they couldn't get down, and they just created the village, and that's how Montu Village was started.
All right. So plates and what else?
Okay, so
That's
let's
it.
see
We're just
here.
here to. We're looking for the plates. We're also looking for the powerful treasure that was, or it's I say that because it's maybe the best. I don't know, not maybe the best description, but sort of the way it was detailed in my father's journal was that there were some powerful magic here, or powerful potential.
So, to me, it seems that these guys blocked this because they were scared of what's under. So whatever is down there is probably dangerous.
Yeah.
They do tell you that maybe the chieftain could probably help you out with a little bit of information. Fano, they mentioned the name Fano a few times. He is basically the equivalent of the village elder, and he speaks on behalf of their god, which is their god / village leader, which is basically a stone statue. Sounds funny, but that's how they explain it to you.
Do we care?
I'm trying not to look skeptical.
The gods are stupid.
Well, I mean, I'd like to pass on the information, that we've discussed with them at this point, but I do want, to maybe escort them out of the temple and get them back in some boats that are likely here.
Yes.
Correct? There were other boats out there.
Yes.
Oh, they can
were
probably do
several.
that on their own. We don't need to score them.
I don't have any intention on going back to the village yet, but that's up to you guys. I mean, if we want to do that, then I'll certainly do what the party wants to do, but I'd rather keep pushing, but
Yeah,
do
me too.
safely get them to the party, to the village.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say we tell them to, kind of hang around here or something until we come back, continue on, and if they,
No,
if they
we could-
leave, whatever.
They
we
can
can
leave.
walk them out to the boats and let them go. I'd rather
Yeah.
them do that than wait here for us.
Oh, it's nearby. Never mind.
Yeah, just right outside, and then they have a little 2-minute paddle across the little lake in the top of the plateau, and then they'll be back at Montu Village, which is just several minutes away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let them do that.
We tell them to leave.
Yeah.
You know,
And we'll let them know that once we
When
were done
once
here,
we
we will
get-
we will stop by on our
Yeah.
way back.
Okay. All right. They
we could escort them to the other town
All right.
once we're done.
They tell you that they will inform Sano of your good deeds, and they will expect your
Also,
they will
tell
expect an
Sano.
arrival from you on your return. And now I just want to also say that you are in a new day now, so you are in day 7 of the
Yep.
Isle of Dread.
Alright.
So you
Tell
still
Sano
have,
to come here,
I'll give
to
you a
come meet
little
us.
little rundown for Scandroid. How they got here and Worm. How the party had got here was Gim had gotten a journal from his father that was dead. Anyway, the short story is Gim left the village before his mother could give him the book. He went to Waterdeep. Gim's mother sent a gnome rock friend of his I think his name was Gizik or something like that. Met him and found him in Waterdeep because the tribe sent him to Waterdeep. And Gim did not have the journal, so Gizik found Gim in Waterdeep and gave him the journal. The journals, talked about how his father wanted to adventure with his son, but unfortunately an orc raid killed him, and basically Aerith had been running a ship with Drake for several years, about 3 or 4 years. So they had a free ride to the archipelagos, which I will turn on the main Forgotten Realms map for you. And this is where I put the Isle of Dread in the the northern archipelagos, and I'll ping the map for you. So
It's where the X is.
So right
On the
here.
very far left.
So the map should have came over here for you guys. So the Whalebones is where the Isle of Dread is, and it is in the northern archipelagos. So they're on the Isle of Dread, which is the southernmost island. And they discovered that there was a slave triangle going on with the southern archipelagos, where there is several different mining operations that are booming down there, and they need forced labor. So they are trading and stealing villagers from wherever they can rustle them up to send them down south to their death, basically. So they've already thwarted that, and now they are in the temple, and that's where you're at.
Okay.
Just
alright.
kind of wanted to get you caught up on how they got here, which is the real short version. But I have write-ups on the main page of the campaign itself. You can go and read about week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it'll kind of get you caught up to where the game is currently. And after every game, I always do a synopsis of the game or a write-up of the game as like a recap. So if anybody ever forgets anything, that you can always go back and read what happened during this session of play. So okay, so back to the game. I'm going to the villagers. You see the villagers off. They paddle over to.
Oh, hold on. I
Okay.
tell one of them to bring me Sumo, whatever his name was. The leader.
They say that Samo probably will not leave the village.
Well, okay. I accept.
They tell you that they will await you to come to the village when you are done here. They wish you good luck, but you probably could have found out more information if you would have went back to the village. But that's just a personal thing to tell you. But you guys can just plow on through this temple, no problem at all. So you're at the and also as you scavenge through all of the rooms where the captives were being kept, you will find some bowls that have some value, and you find 3 black bowls, 3 black obsidian bowls, and I'm just going to tell you the values, at 50 gold apiece. And also you find, that's it for that room. Actually, I'm looking at the other rooms real quick. Actually, that's everything. You just find those bowls. And whenever you get back to Civilization, aka Waterdeep, I will take a off of the total amount that you take. Say you have 10,000 gold worth of crap you're gonna sell. I'm gonna take a fee off for identifying values and stuff like that as well. So it won't be much, but
Right.
just to get you a sort of like an appraisal and stuff. So, all right, so you're back at the wall, and it does look like you can beat it down. Looks like this whole area of the temple has been cleared, and you have this wall.
I'll let them.
The muscle.
I'll let the.
Let the muscle break it down.
Let them all
huh?
do it.
All right. Well, it takes two of you, any two of you. I'm not picky on that aspect, so.
Lormar will help out too.
All right. Well, you can get a couple people down there, so. But you do get the wall broken down, and it seems like this wall was built to kind of keep everybody out. And as you break the door down, you see more flooring. Sorry,
Well, the thing I was wondering is, what if it was built to keep something in?
that's a chance you got to
Yeah,
take.
that's what I'm guessing it's built to do. But we're still breaking it in, so.
Seems like this flooring is really eroded. Doesn't look like it's been walked on too much, and it looks really brittle.
You mean
And
brittle.
looks brittle. It looks like over the ages the floor has just become more and more eroded and corroded. And I'm going to.
So it's wooden?
No, it's stone, but it's been decaying over time. And let's see. Lormar, you actually notice that the floor is not going to hold much weight. And as you and actually it kind of works out because you're in front, and you can see that there is something below the flooring, so you can see that not metal wire, but the structure is so weak that it may not be passable, but it is passable to a certain point. You're not going to be able to all walk on the floor. You determine that if you can shimmy one at a time across this floor, you should be safe.
Okay, so we both being dwarves, we both have +10 to our stonework.
Correct. I
Just
gave
to kind of
I
understand
gave
that.
the dwarves. You just had a bad perception roll there.
Can we actually tell what's under it, or are there no breaks at all? It just feels like it's.
It looks like darkness, but you can actually feel a draft coming up from how the floor is really brittle and everything. There's cracks or small holes. You can actually feel a small draft coming up from those holes. So you as being a dwarf, you and Lormar, now that Lormar has actually detected this and brought it to your attention, you both come to the conclusion that maybe there's another tunnel underneath this, and that's probably why it's structurally failing right now, is because it wasn't built very good to begin with.
Okay, so we do
And it
feel like
hasn't
we can.
been maintained.
No, it has definitely not been maintained. That's for sure.
Okay, so do we feel that we can one person at a time per square, or one person at a time on the whole thing?
You can actually all shimmy across, and you can. I'll actually just go ahead and open this all up for you. You all take your time. You're cautious, and you all get down to here.
How big are the cracks?
As you're moving along, you can see the cracks kind of expanding a little bit.
Could I
The actual
possibly
floor
throw a
itself,
torch?
it's nothing. No kind of holes big enough for a torch to fit down. That's for sure.
Okay.
Is there like a little pebble around that I can pick up?
Sure, there's plenty of little pebbles on there. Yeah, this floor's in pretty bad shape.
Yeah,
Okay,
now that
I'm
we
gonna-
like broke the wall down, there should be plenty.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab like a little pebble and cast light on it. Drop it through a crack.
Very good, man.
Nice.
God damn, that's another XP bonus. I'm sorry, but I gotta give you an XP bonus for that. Nice
That's my
cantrip
idea.
usage there.
You know, it's funny because I have that cantrip too, and I still haven't used it.
Well, anyway, you cast light on
Yeah.
on a pebble and you drop it down on the floor, and light is actually shining up through the floor, and you can tell that there's more types of corridors like you're in currently.
And hopefully nobody's down there that's actually going to come find us now.
Bum bum bum.
I may not have thought that through all the way.
All right, so I'm going to open up the rest of this, and I'm going to say you guys have save you a little bit of time. You have been very careful, and you've got.
Oh, actually, it says I can. It says I can stop the spell. I'd like to stop the light spell on it.
Okay, it goes out. Zoop. You clap your hands a couple times, and it stops. The clapper. All right, now I had to throw that in there. Private altar. You are in a private altar room. In the dusty room, a square stone pedestal stands along the north wall. Next to it are several bone rhythm sticks, 3 gold inlaid, bejeweled bowls, a crumbling bamboo flute, and the remains of a feather fan. A small, intricately carved stone box with 2 hinged doors rest on the pedestal. Bum bum bum.
Okay.
I didn't caught
Should-
the
Would you guys like me to
box,
read
and
that
then
again?
I lost.
Yeah,
I just didn't
sure.
hear anything after you said the box.
Okay. In the dusty room, a square stone pedestal stands along the north wall. Next to it are several bone rhythm sticks, 3 gold inlaid bejeweled bowls, a crumbling bamboo flute, and the remains of a feather fan. A small, intricately carved stone box with 2 hinged doors rest on the pedestal of the altar.
Okay, so we need to check the box out. I'd like to examine it, make sure that before we open it, somebody could check it for traps.
I'll also
yeah.
I'll get my spellbook out and detect magic
Okay.
while
Can we
someone else checks traps.
do we have any estimated value on the bowls I can document, or just want me to leave them as?
Let's see. The bowls are worth 500 gold each. The statue is worth 2,000 gold. God damn, they're just giving it away in this edition. So yeah, the small statue is worth 2,000 gold, and the bowls are worth 500 gold each. They should
I
start
thought you
playing
said they
that.
were 100 each.
No, 500 gold each. The other ones from the
Jesus.
other room are worth 100 apiece. From the
Oh, I had those listed at 150 total.
no, they were 100 each. Oh,
The
hold on.
obsidian ones? You said 50 each.
Yeah, they're 50 each. So there were 3 of them at 50, so 150. Yeah, but these bowls in here are 500 gold pieces each, and the statue is worth 2,000 gold.
Okay, so I got that noted on party notes. So how are we doing on the detect magic, and do we want to look at the box?
I'm just looking around the entire room then, since it's 25-foot radius, so.
Okay, as you cast your detect magic spell, there is an aura to this box, and you can actually, it's even more radiant as it peers out of the keyhole.
Okay, so there's something inside
So
it that
there's
I can
some-
see better.
There's definitely something magical in that box.
Okay, do we want to just... Is the box big enough for us to take, or do we feel like this is something that we want to open?
Well, how did the detect traps go?
I'm
That
not
would be
sure
Aerith.
if I have that.
David, how big's the box?
It's just a small box, like a cigar box, a little bit bigger than the cigar box.
Um,
I think it's like thievery or something.
so why don't we just take the box with us, and we'll sort it out when we get to a place where we're not so concerned about. We're a little more safe to examine it or try to get it open.
Sounds like a great
Sure.
idea.
All right, so one box with something magic in it.
Say magical. Just put in your magical box from room 37, and then that'll direct me back. Because there's a lot of shit in this module, man. A lot. It's like
Actually, they're
every
really-
page. I'm like every page I flip through, it's like 2,000 gold, 2,000 gold, 1,500. I'm like,
There really
"God
isn't.
damn."
There really isn't a specific detect trap skill, or would it be search?
It's search and detect for it would be
Yeah,
dex
sorry.
based. So
Actually, search is intelligence based, isn't it?
well,
Yeah, search is,
but
yeah.
I'm talking for traps on a box like that. I'm not gonna let a mage roll an intelligence check, when he doesn't know what the hell he's looking for. I'm gonna let the rogue, have a better chance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're doing stuff like that, then I'm gonna base it on the rogue's dex. And if you want to try, that's fine, but you're not gonna have the same DC numerical DC value that I'm assigning it, like to say a rogue that actually that is proficient in lock boxes and
I get
traps
it.
and stuff.
Yeah, he'd need a proficiency with thieves' tools anyway, right?
Correct. Okay, so
And they do have that, so
it is 1 o'clock, and as you do finish up here in the private altar room here, and then you see that the rubble descends, and there is another, looks like to be another chamber, and we will continue next week on level 2 of the temple. So I appreciate everyone playing. And thanks, Worm, for checking us out. Thanks, Scandroid. So if you guys are
Thank you.
possibly interested in hanging around, we could. I'd like to keep a couple more people. We've been having every week seems like we have different people every week in the game. So I'd like to get a consistent core group of people to always play. And it's like I told everybody last week. I want the players to be happy on what they're playing. So if somebody isn't happy with what they're playing, I will allow you to re-roll. So if you want to play something else, you can start it at level 4. I won't have a problem with it. So I told you that last week, and nobody had got with me all week on changing. So I just assumed that everybody enjoyed playing the warrior, the rogue, and everything else. So,
I'm fine so far with what I'm playing. So
all right. So I'm always in TeamSpeak. If anybody wants to stop by and chat, feel free to. Worm, Scandroid, you're more than welcome to come back next week. I don't know if Eric will be back. He may be back. He may not be back. But Eric was playing Baron, which is the fighter. He's supposedly moving this week, but we don't know if he's going to be back next week. We don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. So I'd like to have a couple people, and I would like to keep everybody involved. So, if there is, one of you that doesn't want to play one week, maybe you could just kind of switch out with somebody else or whatnot.
So
Yeah, no problem, Worm. Thanks for joining, man. And feel free to. I hope your strep throat gets better as well. And feel free to stop by and for a chat sometime during the week or something. And thanks everybody in the stream for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for the little late start tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys. That was actually my very first D&D experience too. So yeah.
Oh, it's cool, man. D&D's a great game.
I hope you had fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's not like a, I'm trying to. I know a lot of you guys have probably played MMOs, but it's nothing compared to a video game. There's a lot more dialogue and stuff like that, instead of just logging into a game and just starting to beat the shit out of everything. It's nothing like that. It's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
get
mean,
it.
for those of you guys that just joined this tournament or this session, we normally there's a lot more dialogue, but we just happen to be on a dungeon romp this time.
Yeah, I mean, hell, there may be some nights where there may be no combat at all, and like tonight, there was one fight that lasted a while, but there are going to be nights like that. It just depends, but I'm trying to balance it
Yeah.
out to be 50-50-ish, but some nights are going to be heavier than other nights. So
Yeah, like the first night it was almost all role play, and then the second night was about 50-50, and this one's been more combat based.
yeah,
We on our fourth night now, or
yeah. This is our fourth night now. This is night 4, and you guys are actually on day 7 now on the island. So you still have 2 full weeks to explore the entire temple, the island, do whatever you want until Drake comes back with his ship or your ship. You don't know, but he'll be back in 2 weeks to pick your asses up.
Really, what are we gonna do with a ship?
I don't know, but you're gonna have to pay to
We're gonna
keep it
sell it.
Neverwinter. I mean, Waterdeep. You can do
Yeah,
whatever you
maybe
want
we
with
should
it.
just sell it.
You can do whatever you want with it. In case you ever want to come back down to the archipelagos, you'll have a ship. Alright, everybody in the stream, I'm going to go ahead and shut this off, and thanks for watching. Last chance to ask any questions.
But
if
did you guys
got
just
any.
roll for your stats, basically, when you made your characters?
You get a certain amount of points, so all your stats start at 8, and then you get to spend points. So have you downloaded the playtest rules yet?
Yeah.
Alright,
So
everybody
so
in
if you look at the
stream, have a good one.
character creation,
Take it easy.
uh,
We'll see you Thursday
you
night.
start with 8s.
Sorry, guys. See you guys. I wasn't supposed to be broadcasting in TeamSpeak. Sorry, Chris. We will
No, that's fine.
see you guys Thursday night.
So you start with all
Thursday
8s on
night
your
group.
stats.
We
and
are
you get
doing
30
the
points
new
to
D&D
spend
next Ghost of
to raise
Dragon
your
Spear
stats.
Castle, and
Once
this
you
will
get
be
to
their
12,
third game in
it starts
the
costing
Dragon
2
Spear
each
Castle.
to
D&D
get
next
up 1 point.
module.
and
So
then
hope
once
to
you
see you
get
there.
to,
Tell your friends about us.
15, it costs
Follow if you enjoyed
3
it.
points to raise.
And
from
check out
15 to
YouTube if you
16
want to
is 3
get caught
points,
up.
and from
We have all the
16 to
episodes.
17 is 3 points.
And also,
They changed
I'm
it
gonna have
again?
tutorials for your
Because I thought it was
Learning and how to play D&D next.
it's 1 all the way up
Maybe
to
I'm wrong.
Classic
13.
D&D. So
Then it's
Thanks for checking
12
us
to
out.
go from
see you later. This is
14 to
Dave.
Oh no, it is
Turning it
13.
off.
13 to
Yeah.
yeah. And then it goes